welcome to this reading. And we're here to do a what's good political reading, so we can find out, what is good about our governments. We know that they're quite naughty, but it's good to look at their good points too. So that it brings us peace and hope. Okay, keep us in a positive vibration. So today we got Ethiopia being in the spotlight. Okay, so God wants to talk about what's good when it comes to Ethiopian politics. All right, the underlying here, we got St. Croix. I remember yesterday, is it yesterday we did the reading for Nigeria, or day before yesterday? Whenever we did the Nigeria reading, Ethiopia came up, and St. Croix, of all places, I wouldn't say of all places because I don't really know what's happening politically, but it's like, how are these two related? You wouldn't think that they are related, but as St. Croix is the underlying issue, it has something to do with St. Croix. And then we got Jamaica coming in behind that. And then we have Trinidad and Tobago. But the good thing is, this is a what's good. Okay, I'm being told to show you the next one. We got Belgium coming in after that. So, yeah, because it's a what's good reading, we don't have to be afraid. Yesterday I tried to do a love reading. I tried to do a love reading, and the message got dark. Okay, at the end it got dark. God was talking about some social ills that we need to correct amongst ourselves as the human family when it comes to the children. So anyway, Ethiopia. So what's good when it comes to Ethiopia politically? Let's find out. And I want to take a look at St. Croix as well to see how, what God want to tell us about St. Croix as it relates to Ethiopia. St. Croix is a Caribbean island. Don't really hear much about St. Croix, to be honest, but you'll be surprised who is affiliated and who are not. Like that secret society woman, the one who keeps pursuing me, she has close ties to St. Lucia. St. Lucia is another place that's hardly ever spoken about. And then we had that Epstein vibe going on, and they were established in St. Thomas. So you'll be surprised. I wonder what is in Montserrat. Who is closely affiliated with Montserrat? That's a reading for another time. Just so you guys know, I don't determine what countries get spoken of, okay, in these readings, because I don't know what's going on. I get my messages from the Most High, and that's what comes up. Because if it was left to me, I would have checked for Montserrat already, but it hasn't come up. So I'm just doing what God guides me to do. Okay. So what's good political reading? Today we have Ethiopia in the spotlight. And we have St. Croix as the underlying issue. Two more. Okay, so the underlying issue, we have the Ten of Chalices, the Ten of Cups. So that represents happiness, peace, contentment, fulfillment. Okay, feeling satisfied. So that's the subject of this first part of the message. I will guide it to 5 decks. So message number 1 is all about feeling pleased with self. Okay, so politically, Ethiopia is feeling pleased with themselves. And this is a what's good reading, so just know that it's because they're doing good things. Oh God. Torment. Okay, so the card we have to come out is the Three of Wands. And in this one, whatever they've been waiting for, it is here. So something that they've been trying to achieve is here right now. And they're doing toasts to each other like, great job. All right, so the underlying issue is partnerships. They worked together and they achieved whatever it was that they were trying to achieve. Okay, so we could probably get some clarification for this one. Okay, I'm here in the next deck to clarify that. All right, so yeah, so they work together in partnerships. And then we have the Page of Athemes. That's my I solemnly swear card. Then we have the Nine of Athemes. Somebody is sad, depressed, worried. And then we have the Oak King, putting everything on pause. Let's see, what's that saying? So it's like they defeated someone or something or another. There was a battle of some sort, and there was a battle of some sort, and they got the victory. Okay, whatever they wanted to achieve, they've achieved it. Okay, because somebody was trying to put Ethiopia in turmoil and stagnate them, That's what I'm getting. And it was a collaboration, because followed by the rest of these cards is telling me that somebody was solemnly swearing to cause worry and conflict, all kind of negative energy, and stagnate Ethiopia. Then we have the King of Wands. That's usually the action man in regular tarot. Okay. And the King of Athemes. That's the no bullshitter. I say what I mean and I mean what I say. And we got the Queen of Cups. So 3 strong players here. Okay. So the Queen of Cups is usually represented by somebody who is not afraid to humble themselves and kind of show love, do the right thing, be the bearer of light and love. Yeah, she'll kick your ass too, 7 of Wands. Yeah, and put that burden right back where it belongs, 10 of Wands. So these people, these could be the people of Ethiopia who fought against whoever. Well, these 3 cards are representing those people. It could be a group of people. It could be more than 3 people. But they collaborated and they fought back, 7 of Wands. And whoever was striking out against Ethiopia had to turn back in shame. And God was right there. This is my God card in this deck. God was right there with them. So yeah, that's how you win. You have to include God. Okay. We got the Queen of Athemes coming in next. That's the Queen of Swords to the King of Swords there. So that's a no bullshit woman. Okay. So somebody had to get into their don't fuck with me bag. Okay. Then we have the 3 of Swords. Oh, I will cause you great pain. And God was strengthening this woman, whoever this woman is. Well, the woman could be represented by a group of people as well. But they were in their feminine energy, like they know that they deserve a blessing. And they did what they had to do and God did the rest. Yeah. And whatever they were getting from whoever, they decided to just call it quits. Because in this 5 of Cups, it's like this 3. It's like whatever love or friendship or camaraderie was still present, it's like they threw that away. It's like, we want nothing to do with you at all. Okay. Yeah. And now we can be happy. Because this was fake love anyway. Because whoever this was that was pretending to love them with these cups, they didn't have any good intentions for the Ethiopian people. And the people in charge of Ethiopia, they saw that and they took action against the treachery that was being launched upon them. Okay. And they won with God's help. All right. So I want to take a closer look at the 3 of Wands. Let's see what has come, what this success is about. We'll get a little bit more information about what success they managed to manifest. At the bottom of the deck, we got intentionality. So they were steadfast. They knew what they were headed for. They knew what they were trying to accomplish. And they set out trying to accomplish it. And they accomplished it with God's help. The government of Ethiopia was not playing. Let's get a little bit more information about what they actually accomplished. Let me check this one. Okay, it's in the upright. So the first card we have to come out is Fool's Embrace, transmuting the pain. The Nine of Swords. So there was a group of people or a government or somebody or some entity they were fighting, and they meant to hurt Ethiopia. But they transmuted the pain. Instead of feeling helpless and hopeless, they decided to take action. Yeah. Getting back to integrity. That's beautiful. So basically, the corruption, they're slowing down on the corruption. They're like, we can do better than this. We should do better than this. And we're going to do better than this. Because we are better than this. We need to bring God back in the situation. Because if we don't bring God back in the situation, we're going to be somebody's footstool. And we are nobody's footstool. Good on you, Ethiopia. That's what we all need to do. Stop selling out for money and perks and power and all these nonsense material things. Because the things that cannot be bought with money, they have more value. Like your integrity, your reputation, your karma. Okay? What you do will be a blessing to your generations. The same way a group of political leaders can come in and destroy a country is the same way a group of political leaders can come in and fix it. But you can't do it alone. You must include your God. You must. God was saying that to Nigeria yesterday. We need to bring back God in the equation, or else we're going to lose against these children of darkness that's trying to take over the world and corrupt everybody and make everybody their slaves, their footstool. Right. We need to take a stand, and we cannot stand without God. Okay. So you guys have the right idea. You put it into motion, and you achieved your goal. Fantastic. Yeah. So the underlying issue is rising above the fray. So in this instance, rising above the fray is coming through to me like rising above the nonsense. I'm better than this. We are better than this. We need to do better than this. Yeah. Needing direction. And you got it. Forgiveness. Repairing the veil. Yeah, man, it's time to fix things, Ethiopian political government said. We need to change our fate. We need a better fate because the direction that we were headed in, it's not in our best interest. So they got together, group think, radical acceptance. They were like, yeah, we have to face the truth. This isn't even a joke. Okay, we need to do something. And they did it. Adaptability. They morphed, they shifted, they just transformed into who and what they needed to transform into to make their place a better one, make their position a better one for them and their people. Very good. Very, very good. Yeah. I loves that. All right. So we got 3 more decks to bring messages from. Actually, no, there's another message in this one. Let's see. A lot of political a lot of governments are actually standing up. A lot of governments are taking charge of their future now. That's very good. If only we could actually hear about it, you know. Because for too long governments have been putting greed and all the deadly sins above what they should be doing. Okay, which is representing the people, representing the people's interests, you know, making life better for the people, seeing what the problems are, finding solutions and making it happen. That's what governments are supposed to do, not oppress their people. Okay. Because governmental representatives, they're just meant to be representatives of the people, you know. Yeah, they're meant to be representatives of the people, but they get into office and they think, yeah, I am the decision maker here. No, you're supposed to listen to the voice of the people. You're supposed to listen to the cries of the people. You're supposed to listen to what the people need and what the people want and bring some balance to the situation. Go and communicate with other people who can make these things that you need to happen on behalf of your people. That's what government is supposed to do. They're not supposed to get up on podiums and call the shots, not care about what people are going through, what they need and stuff like that. Okay? You're a servant. That's civil servant. That's what you are. You serve your people. That's what government is supposed to be. So I don't know if y'all didn't know, but whoever didn't know, now you know. When you choose to be a part of the political parties or political regime, I don't even know the lingo. Okay, I'm just trying my best to speak the jargon because it's not something that I'm used to speaking, but you understand what I'm saying. When you choose to get involved in politics, it's not so that you can become some kind of a kingpin or a queen pin or whatever. It's not so you can become a king or queen or lord or lady over the people. It's so that you can serve your people. That's actually what a civil servant is. You serve the civilization. For so long, you people have been flipping it on you governments have been flipping it on the people, and instead of serving the people, you control the people. That's not how it's supposed to be. The people is the government. We are all the government. But the political people, the politicians, that's the word, the politicians are the representatives, because everybody can't go into a meeting and talk. That's why they have the one, what is it called? Is it a mayor or MP? Whatever it is, like there's a person who speaks to, there's a person assigned to each community so that they can hear the plight of the people or the compliments of the people. And if there are problems, they then take it to the next level of government, because all the people who are talking to the MP, the representative in their community, they can't go into the office. It's too many people. So that's why they have like town halls and all these things. If you have something to say to your political representatives, you go to that place when they have meetings, you speak your piece, then that political representative take the information back to the head office and say, well, in so and so area, this is what's going on. They need XYZ, so on and so on and so on. And then the head office will start to see, well, how can we fix these problems? That's how a government is supposed to run. Becoming a politician is not about becoming lord or lady over anybody. You're a servant. You're here to serve your people. It's a noble job, actually. Becoming a politician was one of nobility. Until they brought in the corruption. Working against the people rather than with and for the people. One more. Okay, so the second message, gestation period. So that's a downtime. The gestation period is a time of reflection, healing, gathering yourself back together. Okay, so let's see. It's just like what Nigeria is going through. Because that Nigeria reading was actually a what's good political reading, but because what they're doing is having such a big impact, God labeled it a universal watch reading. I don't know if Nigeria recognized how instrumental they are in the grand scheme of things, but they are. They are very instrumental in the politics, in geopolitics of the whole earth. Yeah, Nigeria. All right, so we got the gestation period, and after that we got limitless possibility. So after this downtime, you have the choice to decide which way you want to go. And the possibilities are endless. You can even choose to go back to your nonsense if it so suits you. But we the people hope you do not. We hope you keep going forward. All right, the underlying issue is gestation period and then a movement towards adventure. So yeah, what are you gonna choose to do after this? Are you gonna choose to keep carrying yourself and your people in the right direction, or what? So movement towards adventure. Okay, we got repairing the mind, body, and spirit of Ethiopia. Very nice. So you're gonna keep going in the right direction. Yeah, the power of community. Very, very, very nice. Reconciliations. Time for healing. Very nice. We love this. The fates. Yeah. Inspiration. Joyful muse. So you're bringing good vibes back to Ethiopia. So we got beginner's mind. So it's like starting afresh, and then we have the universe is your partner. There's God showing up again for Ethiopia. And then we got luck and right timing. Yeah, it's time for new beginnings. Very, very nice. And you're taking a bold step forward, because where everybody else want to be still practicing a lack of integrity, a lack of morals, thinking that that's what's gonna work in these times, you've actually found your way back to integrity. So now you're doing something different to what the majority are doing. And usually when people employ integrity, especially in business and in politics, in your situation, they think that you're foolish for actually listening to the people and being good to the people, being good to your customers. What idiot concludes that having integrity in politics or having integrity in business is a loser move? It's conditioning. It doesn't make any sense, because if you don't treat your customers good, if you don't treat your what do you call people? If you don't treat your community good, that's the best word I can find in political in based on politics. If you don't treat the people of your country good, obviously they're gonna hate you, they're gonna resist you. Even if they don't do it in public because they're afraid of you, they're still gonna be doing it to some extent, because that's how they really feel. And once too much oppression or pressure has been applied, they're just gonna come right out like rah, you know. And it's gonna be a shocker, because you've been abusing them for so long and they've been taking it, that the one day that they decide to just rise up against you, you're wondering where the hell you get this strength from. It's been building. Okay, so you're on the right track. So when governments are doing the right thing, you know what they get? The support of the people. They get the support of their people. Very, very nice. So a brighter day is coming for Ethiopia. Very, very, very good. I'm so happy. Yeah. That love reading yesterday threw me off, because I'm looking for some good news, only to have to read that shit. I mean, it needs to be said. And most people, they're not really talking about that issue. So I'm happy that it came out, but the heart, the soul, the blood pressure. Alright, let's get your next message, Ethiopia. Right after I clear my nostrils. From these weaponized lint lookalikes. Well, the effects. See, I put my life on the line every day for we the people. Why you think they want to kill me? It's because I do shit like this. But somebody's gotta do it. But God has been holding me up throughout it all, man. God and its delegates has been holding me up throughout it all, or else the enemy would have devoured me long time. I would have either been in jail, under the earth, in a grave, rotting away, or I would have been in a mental asylum. But God said, I don't think so. You're gonna leave her alone. Because she's a very important player in the grand scheme of things. How are you gonna try to destroy something like this? Eh? She's one of the very few sound minds of these times. How you gonna cut off your nose to spite your fucking face? Are you a fool? So God had to save them from themselves by saving me. Because the way how things are going, all we get is bad news. And what comes with bad news? Hopelessness. People are saying, where is God? Because we don't see the good news. We don't know what's happening, what's actually working for our benefit. Where's the happiness? Where's the love? Where's the prosperity? Why is there so much suffering? All we see and experience is the suffering, the negative aspects. Doing readings like this, it brings hope. It's revelation. We would never know. This is hopeful. This is inspirational. It's nice to know that there are governments out there who care about integrity. Because we thought all y'all were lost. I did anyway. I was very disappointed in politics. I think I should be a politician, but the way how I know politics to be, I don't belong in that arena. I do not belong in that arena. The way how I was seeing it, but I didn't know there was so much positivity happening behind the scenes. This is the type of politician I would be. I would be the type of politician to bring positive vibes, actually listen to the people, actually bring solutions, actually build a nation in a healthy way. We're not looking for perfection. We like some trouble. But we got to do better than this. You know? Because I always say trouble inspires creativity. Trouble gives you a reason to live. Gives you a reason to think. Gives you a reason to have to rely on God so we can remember God. Because God is the gift giver. Life is a gift. But we go about all day, every day, enjoying all the gifts of the earth, not thinking about the gift giver. And the gift giver has a problem with that. It shows a lack of gratitude. And then in all our enjoying of the material things of the earth, we're hurting our brothers and sisters in the process. So God's looking at us like, that's very disappointing. Yeah, God was disappointed with us for a very long time. And you see what God do to places like Sodom and Gomorrah. Once God has had enough of our bullshit, God just wipe us the fuck out. Well, wipe out the evil ones anyway. Because God send the good ones to safety. Gather all the evil idiots together and just wash them away. Or rain fire upon them. And then y'all want to look at good people as though good people are boring. Respect the law. what about respecting the law diminishes one's, especially respecting universal law? What about respecting universal law diminishes one's credibility or one's uh, power? Only a foolish person think that way. How you think I'm still here? It's because I respect divine law. That's why I'm still here. God is looking for a few good women and a few good men. God is looking for some Moses and some Daniels, some Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego's, and all the other people of the Bible or the stories that God could depend on to deliver its messages to the people, to help the people to find their way through the darkness so that they can experience a slice of heaven on earth. We can rest in peace whilst we live, not when we die. That's nonsense. We're supposed to have peace while we are alive too. Because us not having peace whilst we're alive, it causes us to defame God and God's creation. What God made was beautiful. God made us beautiful. We choose to desecrate each other and the earth itself. Because we have a choice. But most of us choose to follow the darkness within. The devil within. The devil within us is meant to be used as defense, not offense. We all have a beast within. The beast is not supposed to be the leader unless it's being used for defense. Excuse me. Alrighty, so we have my soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. I love it. So that's the subject of this part of the message. Your soul knows the way, and your soul know that the only way out is through. We're not supposed to be running from our problems. We're not supposed to be running from our bullies. We're not supposed to be conforming to what our bullies want of us, because we are responsible for our soul's journey. We are responsible for where our souls end up. We are responsible for our own karma. Because even if we do what evil people force us to do, we still have to pay the price. We cannot allow our fear to be greater than our faith. God should be bigger than any problem that you face, or else you lose and you have none but yourself to blame. Because God has given all of us the power to pray. Ask and it shall be given unto you. If you're in problems and you choose not to ask God for help, then why should God butt in to your life? Most of the times God won't step into your life because the gift of life was already given. How can somebody give you a gift and then they always want to get involved in how you interact with that gift, what you choose to do with that gift, when you play with that gift, how you, it doesn't make any sense. You gave it to me, leave me alone, let me deal with it. I have my own ideas as to what I want to do with it, how it can serve me. So, how about you step aside? I thank you very much for the gift and let me interact with it as I wish. It's the same thing when God gave us the gift of life. God didn't give it to us so that God can still be butting in every minute. It wouldn't make any sense. Then it won't be a gift, will it? So your soul knows the way, and the only way out is through. We do not run. We do not avoid our problems, or else they will never go away. Okay, so we have love is my lineage and gratitude is my religion. Love is my lineage and gratitude is my religion. So be grateful for the gift of life and show that gratitude by showing love. We don't want lip service. Let your actions speak for you. Actions speak louder than words. Don't tell me you love me, show me. Then we have, I hold the universe within me. I am the force of an ever expanding love. I hold the universe within me. That means whatever you need is right inside of you. Exactly. So it don't matter how dire your situation is, you have the ability to commune with your God and ask for help and then be amazed by how your God help you. Then you have a reason to show gratitude because God will come through for you in a way where you will be satisfied with what God chooses to do for you. It doesn't matter what other people think, because right now I'm thinking about a situation where somebody find themselves in a life or death situation and they end up dying. We may be sad for that person, but how are you so sure that that person isn't happy that they've left this realm? You see, everybody's journey is about them and what they want. Their opinion matters most. So when you see quote unquote good people die, how do you know that they were not ready to leave this realm? They came, they saw, they conquered, they did what they had to do, they made input, and now I'm ready to go. We see death as a sad situation in every case. But how do we know that it's actually a sad situation? It's only our perception. So no matter what situation you find yourself in, you have the power within you because you hold the universe within. Pray to your God and watch what God do for you. Invite God. That's your superpower. It says, I am the force of an ever expanding love. Love. Isn't that the most important commandment. Because what does love do? Love heals. Love doesn't hurt like they teach us. They say love hurts. No, it doesn't. If somebody's loving you and is hurting you, they're actually trying to hurt you. They don't care about you. It's not love. It's hatred and selfishness being portrayed or being dubbed love. Just because they call it love don't mean that it's love. Love heals. Even tough love heals. Time to clear our minds. The underlying issue we have here, it says, I release all that doesn't serve me. It's time to be true, to be the truth of who I am. That's why we saw the Five of Cups where the girl was throwing out the rest of whatever association or friendship. It's like, no, I don't want to have any associations with you. So it was time to separate yourself from whoever or whatever was hampering or blocking the Ethiopian government from actually fulfilling their duties as it should be. Okay? The betterment of the people. So Ethiopia disassociated itself from whoever or whatever was standing in the way of them being able to serve their country and their people correctly. And that's what you're supposed to do. You see, in that respect, you could say the politicians are now leaders, because they could have chosen to continue to affiliate themselves with whatever country or group or people or whatever that's been blocking Ethiopia from thriving. They could have chosen that, but they didn't choose that. They chose to be loyal to their people. They chose to be loyal to their country. They chose to take the lead. See, now you're leaders. Yeah. You have to earn that. Well, you're respectable leaders. So we got 2 more decks to bring messages from, and then we're finished. Instead of leading your people to hell, you're leading them to heaven. Very nice. I just cleaned these cards yesterday. I just hoovered them. And still. So you and your loved ones are safe. Exactly. That's what Ethiopia is securing for its people. Yeah. You're looking out for them as you have been selected to. So, the first card we have to come out, you are very close to achieving your goal, Ethiopia. So don't give up now. You're on the right track. You will not lose. So we got surrender to the divine. Exactly. God needs to be included. It's time to release negativity. So do not doubt yourself. Hang on. Wow. Oh God. The show must go on. So it's time to release negativity. So you have no reason to doubt yourself. You have no reason to doubt your abilities because you are not doing this alone. God is with you. Okay? Because what you're doing is a very noble thing. And God loves that. Conclusions are within reach. So something is almost coming to fruition. A win-win outcome is forecast. You can't lose. Okay? So there's no need to be doubtful. Stay hopeful and stay focused. The underlying issue is because luck is on your side. God says this blessing is for you. This blessing is for the Ethiopian people. Period. And nobody can take that from you. The energy is gaining momentum. So those who are watching you, they see what you're doing and they're scared. Yeah, they're scared because they're like, it looks like they're actually gonna achieve this. So whoever you are up against, they're shaking right now. Yeah, because you chose to step out of your comfort zone. It's like, yeah, this comfort zone is not comfortable anymore. It's time to make some changes. Yeah, it's time to make some changes. The answers you need are coming. So it's a transition from whatever you were used to doing. This is just like what's happening in Nigeria. It's a transition from what was comfortable, what you settled into, who you had become, to now you're becoming a new person and you're doing the right things. The new you is into doing what's right. Yeah. And that's going to end the tough cycles that you've been enduring. Like I said, your comfort zone is not comfortable anymore and you knew it was time for a change. It's like we already tried it going that direction. So we tried the darkness. Let's try going towards the light now. Okay? Yeah. Very nice and very responsible of you. Very courageous of you as well. Because I know your enemies don't like that. And you see what they do to me, so I can just imagine what they do to you guys. But it's a price we pay. We are instruments for the Most High God to usher in a slice of heaven on earth. We are great. We were born greatness. And we do not hope to die. We hope to live to enjoy the greatness. Death does not exist. We want to enjoy it in our flesh. Yeah, not die and come back. We want to enjoy it now. We want to live beyond 100. And we want to look like this. We want to maintain our youth and our agility and our strength. Okay? We don't want to be 100 years old and in an old body. We want our body to keep being renewed. Because age is nothing but a number. It's how we care for our body that determines what it looks like at any age. Remember that. This is why our elders, how they were living, they're in their 90s and they're still going to the farm to do farming. Still very active. But look at us today. It's because of how we're living. We need to take care of ourselves so we can enjoy the fruits of our sacrifices. Okay? We're not doing this just for other people. We're making these sacrifices so we too can experience heaven on earth. Right? Right. We want to spend time with our grandkids and our great grandkids and our great great grandkids, and let them remember that great great grandma, great great grandpa helped to make this possible. Live. Take care of yourself. That's how I see things anyway. Yeah, it sounds crazy because it's not what we're used to. It's not what they taught us to believe. They taught us to believe we can only live till we're 100, and when we're 100, we look old like a prune, old and ugly and weak. No, 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 that's a lie. If we look after ourselves, we'll be able to maintain our youthfulness. The fountain of youth is in how we care for ourselves, mentally, physically, spiritually. That's where the fountain of youth is. We got people who have already bought their burial plot. I mean, you plan on dying. Listen, once the flesh and the spirit separate, what's the flesh worth? It's better it go back to the earth as fertilizer, not locked away in some box, just taking up valuable space where people could be building houses and community centers for the children. You're saving the bones in these big, big plots of land. You got a whole bunch of grave sites full of slabs of concrete with beautiful words written on it. Listen, that's supposed to be in your house. If you want to have something to remember your people by, that's something that you should keep with you. It's a silly idea to be building these boxes, glass boxes or whatever, to bury dead flesh. It's only gonna rotten away. Dead flesh should be burnt and put back into the earth as fertilizer. If you want to keep some of your people's ashes, keep their ashes. Keep whatever it is that make you feel close to your loved ones. It's just senseless to have miles of land just full of decaying flesh. For what? A lot of people don't even go to these places to visit the site, and it's like the flesh is there. It's not the flesh that you knew and loved, it's the spirit of the person that made the flesh to be known how it was known. It's because of how the person thought. So if you want to commune or remember anything, remember their spirit, not their flesh. Flesh should be burnt and put in a garden or something. Fertilize the earth. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Who the hell came up with this stupid idea to be storing dead bodies in the land? Like, why? A whole bunch of wasted land that could have been better used. Wasting money on boxes and slabs of concrete and all these things while they have bills. The living still have to survive. But you're spending money on the dead. A lot of money on the dead. Money that you wouldn't even try to pull together to spend on the living. You're spending it on the dead. Oh, let me not get into that conversation. So a lot of people treat their dead better than they treat them same dead when they're alive. And that's another bit of nonsense that humans do. Eh? When they're alive, you don't really go to see them. You don't ever bring them flowers. You don't ever say a nice word about them. But when they die, all of a sudden they get all this love pouring in and all these great memories being relived. And while they're alive, you don't bring them that good energy so that they could want to continue to be alive and continue to be loving towards you. Humans don't make no sense sometimes. They really don't. They really don't. treat them like shit while they're living, and then when they're dead, you find a whole heap of money. Some of them were probably in debt while they're alive, but you wouldn't go and find all this money to give them to help pay off their debt so that they could have less stress. But when they die, all of a sudden you can find a whole bunch of money to buy coffin and buy outfit for them and buy a whole bunch of flowers and buy a whole bunch of food to feed the people who attend the funeral service and all these things. And they're over there in debt. And you can't pool together. You can't pool your resources together and say, let's help get auntie so and so, or grandma so and so, or grandpa so and so, or brother so and so, sister so and so out of debt. No. What kind of people who does that? Backward. Anyway, this is the last deck to bring you your message from Ethiopia. Before they die, they haven't seen you in years. 13, 14, 20 years they haven't seen you. But when you die, all of a sudden they can make it to your burial. Hey, even if they have to go to the bank and borrow money, they'll do that. Weird. But they can't go to the bank and borrow some money and say, I'm going to visit my grandma or my grandpa. Some of them are living in poor, rundown houses. And the family can't get together and say, let's get together and get some money and fix up their house for them. That's what people are supposed to do, not wait until they die and then find all the money in the world to buy the best coffin and the most flowers and the nicest outfit to bury your dead. That's stupid. People need help while they're alive. We're supposed to be supporting each other while we're alive. Don't show me that you love me when I'm dead. I can't fucking see you. And even if I'm there in spirit and I can see you, you can't bumbleclot see me. It's nonsense. It's just as well as you never said anything nice. If you don't say it to my face while I'm alive, don't tell me when I'm dead. That's useless. If I die. One more. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Three of Swords, the quickly forgiving God. Love and submission cures illness, influences paternal love, and gives long life. Nigeria got the same card yesterday. So that's the subject of this part of the message. Love and submission cures illness, influences paternal love, gives long life. Yeah, that's what I've been here blabbing on about. Long life. Leave dead alone. Dead don't exist. Take care of yourself and live. Live to see and reap the fruits of your sacrifices. What are you doing this for? You're doing this not just for everybody else. You're putting your life on the line, not just to bless your people, but to bless yourself. You deserve to enjoy it. So start thinking and behaving in that manner. God says it's your gift. Gives long life. The quickly forgiving God. Yeah. So claim yours. And we want not just long life, we want beauty. We want youthfulness. We want agility, flexibility, stamina, intelligence, right? Wisdom, love. We want to be a slice of heaven. So all when there's hell all around you, you are heaven. So when people come around you, they see heaven and they feel heaven. You're a sight for sore eyes. People just get better and feel happier when you're around. All right, so we got the Ace of Wands, the patient God. It says fertility and multiplicity, protects against despair, helps one be patient. So, this journey that you're on, Ethiopia, is not going to be a quick one. So God is encouraging you to be patient and know that your blessings are coming. Okay? Protects one against despair. So in the midst of this transition from being in this state of submission to those who were trying to oppress you, in your transition from being submissive to standing in your power, God is going to protect you against despair. So you'll not only free yourself from the clutches of those who do not have good intentions for you, you're also going to do it with smiles on your face and with joy in your heart if you will allow yourself to believe what God is saying to you. It is possible. Okay? Because it doesn't matter what's happening in your life. You don't need to allow it to drag you down emotionally. You're in charge of your emotions. They say happiness is a choice. It's not because of what's happening outside you. It's because you choose to be happy. Why? Because there's so much to be grateful for. Okay? As bad as your situation ever is, just know that it could always be worse. So there's every reason to be content whilst you try and usher yourself into a higher level of existence. Okay? So even in the middle of war, you don't need to be miserable. You just need to be alert, but be joyful, because you know what you're fighting for and you know what you deserve to get out of the war. Be hopeful. War like you know this battle is going to be won by me. You know, because God said, especially if God said, and God has been telling you, victory is yours, Ethiopia. For you and your people, Ethiopian politicians and your affiliates who are for you. Victory is yours. Okay? Right. Look at the underlying issue, the expected God. So expect victory. It says liberation, deliverance from enemies, both visible and invisible. Cheese and bread. Yeah. And I didn't even look at the underlying issue. Victory is yours. So whatever it is that you're trying to achieve, which is in the best interest of you and your people, you will get it. Okay? Matter of fact, it's here. It's just in a gestation period. It's already here. So don't let you being patient to see it right through make you start believing that you're not achieving the goal. You've already achieved it, but it's in processing right now. Okay, so be patient. All right, you'll be able to stand in your full power, and people have to respect you for who you are. Eh? You will not be somebody's footstool anymore. And you're not here to exalt yourself over anybody either. You're here to stand eye to eye with people, like mutual respect. I'm not trying to be better than you, okay? And I don't want you to feel like you're better than me. It's not about that. All right? But if you get on my nerves, I will rise above you because you're an idiot. Okay? So just chill out. Okay? Yeah, sometimes you have to toot your own horn. Like, listen, I am great. Okay? And don't ever forget. So yes, Ethiopia, congratulations on the strides that you've been making politically for you and your people. And I do wish and pray that you are alive and well, okay, of sound mind and able body to enjoy the fruits of your sacrifices, your labors. Just a little while longer. Well, when it comes to God and little while, God's little while be years sometimes. So you have to align yourself with God's timing so that you don't get weary waiting. Okay? Because me, the battle I've been in since 2008, and I'm still in the battle, and I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. Okay? So I'm not saying that that's how long yours is going to take, but if you and God isn't on the same clock, then just stay open. Okay? And be surprised once all this processing finally comes to an end and you can actually see and touch the fruits of your struggles. You can actually experience what you were working for all along. Okay? So you got to stay alive to do it. So take care of your health, take care of each other, take care of each other and yourself, mind, body, and spirit. Okay? And remember to include God in all your efforts, because God is the one who will make this happen. Okay? You cannot do it without your God. Like I said to Nigerians, if several of you have several different gods, before you have your meetings, you do one prayer and you keep the God general. Okay? So that nobody feels disrespected, nobody feels belittled. God, people take their God seriously. Okay? So that concludes this reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Until I have some more messages for you next time. Ta-ta.